Hello everyone, welcome back. Another episode of Drive Along here. I recently did an episode of getting a COVID test at Walgreens in my drive-through, the drive-through Walgreens test. For some reason that got a lot of views. I'm assuming because of the Omicron COVID. So anyways, I am on the road again, and this time I'm headed to the recyclers. Because I've got a oven range at the from my neighborhood. They're throwing away an oven range, and I'm taking it to the recyclers. At the same time, I'm getting all my other junk that metal junk that I'm taking and putting it in the back of the truck here. This, I don't know, 16, 17-year-old truck now, paid off and kind of on its last, I wouldn't say last wheels, but yeah, this is a car that's gonna probably die with me, and probably gonna have to recycle this truck eventually. So this is a ride along. If you didn't notice, it's a ride along. Anyways, so what am I gonna talk about today? Today, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Spirt Airlines. I've never been on Spirt Airlines. The reason I'm talking about it is because I might go to Los Angeles, because I'm so famous on YouTube that I'm moving to California. No, I'm not moving to California. My mom lives in California. She lives in Los Angeles. Matter of fact, she lives right next to, very close to Universal Studios. And no, she's not a movie star or anything. It's just that at that time, how many years ago, they bought a condo, and it just happens to be around Universal Studios, Burbank area, very close. And you know, I think my mom remarried, so it was my stepdad at the time. He was in the he was in the music industry, but he's not a musician. He was a salesperson. He worked for Warner Brothers at the time, selling media, video, CD, cassette tapes, you know, DVDs, eventually DVDs. Of course, my mom divorced. They separated since then. So, but that's the reason why they moved there. So be closer to his work. Anyways, that's where my mom lives. And at the beginning of the pandemic, you know, there was travel restrictions. There was a lot of unknowns. And my mom's kind of old, so she was at risk. She was in the at-risk group for getting, possibly dying from COVID-19. So what we did was we usually go visit her, me, the grandkids, and everyone. We go to LA, we go to Universal Studios, Disneyland, whatever, every summer to go visit her, or we'll go pick her up and then we'll go somewhere during the summer. Well, we couldn't do that for almost 2.5 years now. So what I decided to do was, we talked about it. Originally we were thinking about, or I was thinking about getting an RV, and we'd go pick her up. That was at the beginning, beginning of 2020. And, you know, we bring her to live with us. Well, she has some obligations over there already. So we decided to wait until my oldest was going to graduate from high school, which is this year, actually. It's going to be the March. Yeah, March. I think it's going to be March. And so it's going to be in March. She's graduating. So she's graduating this year. So it's almost been 2 years, at least 2 years, maybe even 2.5 years since we've actually seen her. So what I decided to do was, my birthday and my mom's birthday's in the same month. And so what I decided to do was go and get a ticket, airplane ticket, just fly over there. And then we'll drive her leased BMW. It's a leased BMW, which she barely put, it's under 10,000 miles, I think. Her lease expires this summer, actually. So we have to return that BMW or buy it. I don't know. Depends on the price. Cars are really hard to, the car market there's a shortage in car and vehicles, new and used. So in any case, the leased BMW has less than 10,000 miles, probably less than 8,000 miles. We're allowed 30,000 miles. So I'm gonna go, and plus my mom does not like flying. She's, for some very strange reason, has a phobia of flying for some reason. And I'm not sure exactly why. So I'm not really sure what her phobia is, but she just has a phobia. So I went online, and it's like a airline price aggregator, like an Expedia, very similar to an Expedia or Kayak or whatever these travel online travel sites. And one airline in particular kept popping up, Spirt Airlines, and it was cheap. It was cheap. First, on the day I selected, it was $81. Then I started saying, hey, what if I just change the date a little bit and see what are the prices I can get. So I changed the date around, and I got the price to be about $58. I was like, wow, this is awesome. Okay, this is good. Okay, because it's a one-way. Because I just need to go there. I don't want to drive there by myself. So if I fly there and drive back with my mom, that's ideal. That would be the ideal situation. And so, so the next day I call my mom. I say, hey, why don't I just pick you up before your birthday? We drive back. We'll celebrate your birthday together here. We will also celebrate my birthday, and then a few weeks after that, I think it's Mother's Day, right? It's Mother's Day. And she says, well, she was planning to come with her sister, my aunt, together. And so I said, well, we'll just drive you back and go pick her up. Me and my mom will just drive back to California and pick up my aunt, her sister, and then we'll drive back. And that way the drive won't be too much of a burden for them, since they are older. They're basically old enough to collect Social Security, all right? So they're getting up there in age. They're seniors. So if it was 3 of us, we could all rotate driving, and yeah, we're not going to stop anywhere. It's a 22-hour drive basically. But we would go back to California, go pick up my aunt, her sister, and then come back. And basically, my mom is moving in with us. That's the plan anyway. She's gonna move in with us. So that's kind of the plan. I'm also hoping that even though we leased the BMW, that we can return the BMW to any BMW dealership. I got a call on that actually, so got to make a note to myself as I edit this video. Call a BMW and see if we can return the car to any BMW dealer. Because I don't want to drive back to California to return the BMW, so My mom, she has a high-class taste, unfortunately. So that's why I'm taking Spirt Airlines. Anyways, so the next day I call my mom. We talk about it, and I said, well, you know, I can go to LA, you know, Houston International to LAX for like $58. She's like, oh, really? She said, okay, do it. At first she was a little hesitant about the whole driving back and forth, flying and driving back and forth. But I told her it would only cost $58 one way. So I went back to the travel website, and all the Spirit Airlines were gone. I was like, oh man, I knew it. They must have cookies on me, or they're tracking me, and I was just like all frustrated. And the prices was, the cheapest price I could find was American Airlines for $85. So I was like, okay, well, let me go to Spirit.com. So I went to Spirit.com. I put in the date that I wanted to go, or the original $58. And instead of $58, it was $25. So I didn't know it at the time. They have a half off special. They have a half off special, okay? So they have a half off special, half off that day. So I had to purchase a ticket that day in order to get half off. So I was like, oh, even better. So my airline ticket cost $25. But there's a caveat with Spirit. They are ultra low budget, right, airline. And they charge for everything. So if you do a carry-on, they charge for that. If you check in, they charge for that. If you want to eat food on the airline or have some water on the airline, they sell that. They charge you for that. So it worked out for me, because literally the only thing I can take is a carry-on, basically a backpack. I think the dimensions are 18 inches by 14 inches by 8 inches, which happens to be the size of my backpack, or even smaller. It's a soft backpack, not a hard shell. So yeah, that's perfect, because I just need to get to LA so I can drive back. That's it. That's the only reason why I'm doing this. So okay, so the total cost was $25.64. All right, $25.64, something like that. All right, the actual airline fare costs $11.06. The fees, right, the taxes from all the other fees and taxes, that costs $14. So the taxes and fees cost more than the fare. The fare is actually only $11.06. And I'm like, whoa, okay. So I did some research on Spirit Airlines. They've never had a fatal crash, all right, but they're not really known for their customer service or the quality or the seats. It's very crammed. You know, they try to pack a lot of people. For that kind of low price, they pack a lot of people. But you know, I just need to get to LA, so I'm taking Spirit Airlines. I'll try to do a review on it. I'll try to show you what I'm packing. Just gonna pack a backpack. That's it. One carry-on. That's it. In my fanny pack. I'll probably carry a fanny pack and my backpack. I don't think a fanny pack would be too much of a big deal. So, anyways, I am headed to the recyclers. I found a range. I'm gonna go recycle that today. Figured I'd do a drive along. My most popular drive along video is basically that COVID-19 Walgreens drive-through test that I did. It's kind of ridiculous, but I guess thanks to Omicron and COVID-19, everyone's trying to get tested. They're watching that video. Go figure. That would be like the most popular video. Can't believe that's becoming my most popular video. Anyways, I'm going to conclude this episode here, just trying to give you an update. So I'll be doing Well, it'll be a while before I do a Spirt Airlines review video, but yeah, that'll be coming up. Maybe a little travel style video vlog. I don't know, you know. But yeah, everything's coming along just fine. Everything's coming along just fine. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Consider joining membership. I'm doing giveaways. So I think I got a Dunkin' Donuts, or I did a Dunkin' Donuts. I might do some other stuff. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. See y'all later.